Our body is composed of cells. The cells that perform a common function are grouped together to form a tissue. The tissues that carry out the same task form an organ. A group of organs that work together and carry out a function is called an organ system. Different organ systems perform different functions and together make up an organism. The skeletal system. The skeletal system is a rigid framework of bones that serves many important functions. It provides support, shape, and strength to the body, protects the internal organs, and also helps in the movement of body parts. There are 206 bones in an adult human body. The skeletal system comprises of the skull, backbone, rib cage, and limbs. Skull. The skull is a bony framework of the head. It protects the brain. The skull consists of 8 cranial and 14 facial bones, thus making a total of 22 bones. The cranial bones make up a protective frame around the brain. The facial bones make the upper and lower jaws and other facial structures. Except the lower jaw, all other bones in the skull are fixed and hence immovable. We are able to talk and eat because of the movable lower jaw. Backbone. These bones make a strong framework which protects the spinal cord. The backbone is also known as the vertebral column or the spine. It consists of 33 irregularly shaped bones called the vertebrae. The vertebral column enables us to stand upright and maintain our balance. Rib cage. The rib cage consists of 24 bones arranged in 12 pairs of ribs. Ribs are thin, flat, and curved bones. They form a protective cage around the heart and the lungs called the rib cage. The ribs are joined to the breastbone or the sternum in the front and to the backbone at the back. Apart from protecting the heart and the lungs, the ribs also protect parts of the stomach, spleen, and kidneys. Limbs. The human body has 2 pairs of limbs, the forelimbs or the arms and the hind limbs or the legs. Joints. The places where 2 or more bones meet or join together are called joints. The bones are held together at the joints by strong tissues called ligaments. Most of the joints are movable except the joints in the tooth socket and in the skull. There are 4 types of movable joints: the hinge joint, the ball and socket joint, the pivot joint, and the gliding joint. The hinge joint. It allows movement in one direction only, similar to the hinges of a door. Bones in the elbow, knee, toes and fingers have hinge joints. The ball and socket joint. Shoulder and hip joints are of this type. In this joint, the ball-like end of one bone fits into a cup-like cavity of the other bone. It allows movement in all directions. The pivot joint. Joint between the neck and the head is a pivot joint. Pivot joint allows rotation only. In this joint, the rounded surface of one bone fits into a ring formed by the other bone. The gliding joint. This joint allows the bones to glide over each other. Bones of the wrist and the ankle have gliding joints. The circulatory system. It is responsible for transportation of substances to and from various parts of the body. This system comprises of the heart, blood, and blood vessels. The heart. The heart is a hollow, cone-shaped muscle located between the lungs and behind the sternum. It is located a little to the left of the middle of our chest and is about the size of our fist. It is divided lengthwise into 2 parts by a muscular wall. Each half is divided into upper and lower chambers by valves. The valves allow the flow of blood in one direction only. The upper 2 chambers are called the auricles, while the lower 2 chambers are called the ventricles. The heart pumps blood throughout the body. Blood. Blood is a red-colored fluid which flows inside the blood vessels. The red blood corpuscles carry oxygen from the lungs to different parts of the body. They also help to remove carbon dioxide from the body. The white blood corpuscles help to fight infection. Platelets help in clotting of blood. The liquid portion of the blood dissolves nutrients and other substances that are required by the other parts of the body and transports them to those parts. It carries away the waste material from different parts of the body. Blood vessels. Blood flows throughout the body through a network of fine tubes. There are 3 types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and capillaries. The blood vessels that carry oxygen-rich blood from the heart to different body parts are called arteries. The blood vessels that carry oxygen deficit blood from different parts of the body to the heart are called veins. When arteries reach an organ, they branch into very fine tubes called capillaries. The capillaries help to carry blood to every cell of the body in order to supply it with oxygen and nutrients. Circulation of blood. The movement of blood through the heart and around the body is called circulation. The left side of the heart pumps out oxygen-rich blood throughout the body via the arteries. Body takes oxygen from the blood and uses it. In turn, it releases carbon dioxide and waste into the blood. The returning blood enters the right auricle, which pours it into the right ventricle. Blood is pumped to the lungs by the right ventricle for removal of carbon dioxide and enrichment with oxygen. The oxygen-rich blood now enters the heart again from the left auricle, and the process continues. Heart sounds. The relaxation and contraction of the heart is called heartbeat. The heartbeat of an adult human being at rest is between 65 to 75 per minute. It increases when a person is doing some physical activity. Stethoscope is used to listen to our heartbeat.